Folks, in relation to the Manage Budgets and Financial Plans unit, I wanted to go over one of the questions that often students struggle with or want to ask further questions. So let me give you some clarity today in relation to the question. The question relates to the key performance indicators or the KPIs in relation to financial and non-financial KPIs. So let me just go over a couple of the non-financial KPIs, and for some of you these will come very simply, and for others not so simple. So a couple of KPIs, and you remember KPI meaning key performance indicator, often referred to also as key result areas. So when we're talking about key result areas or key performance indicators when it comes to non-financial, here are some thoughts and some ideas for you, and those of you that are watching from work or your office, your home office, you can go through these with me. So some of them would typically be customer service surveys. They are often included in sort of some data. Also faulty products or complaints about the service, complaints about the products or service can also be a key performance indicator. Another one relating to human resources, if you will, is staff satisfaction surveys. They're often used in key performance indicators, ensuring that staff are satisfied and engaged with their work and their peers and their managers, etc. Also, still continuing with HR is staff turnover. Staff turnover is another indicator which is not directly related to finance. Also, absenteeism. So people taking time off work or unscheduled leave, this is also a performance indicator. Also, lost time through injury or illness relating to those occupational health and safety issues or workplace health and safety issues. So some indicators there to help the business perform that are not directly related to financial KPIs. In relation to sales, you will typically find sales that will appear, not in terms of dollars, but in terms of sales volumes. You also find that conversion rates for sales also is often found in reporting performance indicators. Sustainability, the ratio between men and women in the workplace, particularly at the senior level, management level, and also the quality of service that you provide. In call centres and so forth, you'll often see this phrase called grade of service. A grade of service indicating how the business is performing in relation to their customer service charter or customer service policy. So these are some of the indicators, if you will, that are not directly related to financial reporting, and they are customer service surveys, faulty products being returned, complaints from customers, staff satisfaction surveys, staff turnover, absenteeism through staff, lost time through injury or illness, sales in terms of either a conversion rate of how many phone calls you make to get a qualified lead or how many presentations you do to make a sale. These sorts of ratios and these sorts of performance indicators are also there, and also grade of service is another one too. And this is just a handful of dozens and dozens of non-financial KPIs that you could list here. And let me just go over some of the financial key performance indicators for you. They typically will be the market share of the business, or this acronym ROI. And for those of you that are not familiar with this acronym, return on investment. Also the other one, which is reasonably obvious, but the profit the profit of the business is obviously a financial key performance indicator of how the business is performing. Another one that you might be familiar with is what's referred to as EBIT, EBIT, meaning earnings before interest and tax. This gives the reader of the business an indication of how well the business is performing before tax is taken away, and also any interest that the business might be paying to service a loan. So earnings before these things are subtracted. This is often a good pitch to see how the business is performing financially. So earnings before interest and tax. Another good one is cash flow, and also sales in relation to dollar figures. So folks, there's a handful of financial key performance indicators: their market share, their return on investment, their profitability, their EBIT, cash flow, and sales in terms of dollar value of sales that are sold, just to name a few, and there's many more others. So folks, I hope this helps with that question relating to key performance indicators relating to non-financial and also financial. My name's Kevin Egan, and thanks for watching and listening and participating. And for those of you at home, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next session.